last time. Okay, guys, can you hear me online? Whoever is online?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Perfect. So hello, everyone. Welcome to headless CMS databases. So it used to be database, but we kind of changed it. It will be, I think it's a fun module. I don't think the content is really hard, but it's important to understand it for when you do your own project later on. So it's important to really keep attention. I don't think it's important to do the most exercise, but the essence of them have to be understood, I think. Let's start, with the intro. Everyone has pulled the project. You have it on your computer. Let's start with intro. Can I share my screen? Okay. Ask me any questions. Ask us any questions whenever there's something that's not very clear. Okay, let's start. Let's go into intro. Does anybody know what the CMS is? Has anybody used it before? Have you heard of which was WordPress? Yeah, WordPress. Anybody used it?
Yeah.
You used it? Well, that's essentially what the CMS is. CMS stands for Content Management System. It's a complicated word for content is whatever you see on a website, like what I'm scrolling now. This is content, and a management system around that is something that will allow you to just kind of type in what's relevant and then allow that system to put it into a nice looking website. So maybe you know WordPress. We will use an alternative, which I think is kind of cool. So yeah, let's start. Let's go into intro. So you have 3 folders inside of that kit. Let me put it up. You have data model design, HTTP calls, and intro. Let's change directory to intro. So guys, go ahead. If you are in it, you can see. You have to be into intro. So you can also, what you can do, right click on it and then open in integrated terminal, and then you should be in it. Everyone is there? Intro? So let's open the headless CMS in who isn't yet there? Who isn't yet? So if you look in the terminal underneath in Visual Code, by the way, we will try to do everything in Visual Code. If you are into /intro, you are okay. Yeah, but yeah, we will further go. But if you are there already, everyone is there? You're not there yet? Okay, you're there. Who isn't there? Okay. All right, we will continue with intro. We will use a content management system called Strapi. Right. It's kind of different in WordPress. It has more options. You have more flexibility and you can do more things with it. It will kind of eliminate the need to learn everything about databases and stuff, to give you a kind of bird's eye overview of how to use such a system and how to make calls to it and maybe even authentications and stuff if we get to it. But yeah, let's continue. So you are into intro. What we want to do is type in, let's do it in terminal together, cd / and then blog example. What I do is blue and then tab, and then it completes it for me. So we are changing directory. CD stands for changing directory. And then enter, and then you should see inside here that you are in blog example. If you want to do it a different way, it's possible, but let's see if you can do it internal. Everyone who isn't yet there? Okay, so again, cd dot and then a slash and then write blog dash example. Yeah, you can also do it that way. I do the dot dashes. Don't know if is it needed somewhere? Maybe I don't know why I do it.
You maybe used to it to run scripts.
I use maybe.
I also just type B and then I type tab and
yeah. And by the way, you can also do it the baby way. It's like finding the folder here and then right click and then open integrator. But try to make the habit of kind of just going through folders internal. It's something that you will like later, that if that's your habit. The less you use the interface, the better later on in your careers. Okay, let's wait one more minute. All right. I don't know if still can we npm install inside? Yeah.
inside where?
Here in the block example.
Yeah, that's what you probably did it already.
Yeah, so okay, let's start npm install the libraries. Let's go ahead, npm install. I don't know if you can do it inside of the block example.
You have to be in the
Yes, inside the block example, it's a JavaScript project.
Okay, cool. So we have done this before, guys. You can also type npm e, not ei, in Dutch is e. Yeah. So once we have done this setup, we will be a little bit more quick, but let's do it right.
I like this way.
Yeah.
Easy, not too fast.
Also take the series and Git bash.
I really like it. I don't know why, but I can see like I'm on the main almost. So
You don't have to tell me.
yeah. You also know kind of mimics a little bit.
Yeah. Because this is bash. I have a session that's even more.
Yeah, that's even more colors. Yeah. More. So now you want to install. Yeah. Yeah. And now
Is this deleted? This.
No, it's just my. So the red ones will get noise.
Oh yeah.
So you're with do you have any idea? And you install Node.js and
Yeah.
One more minute.
and then use.
We still have 2 weeks to survive.
Think of it, get whatever is whatever fast. Also makes sense to get the Google quicker.
Yeah. It's much better than the.
So switch to Node, then upgrade NPM, and then switch back to the 60. You can also do back to so NPM use 11.
Okay, guys, for everyone else, did you guys install it? It has finished? Okay. I think you can ignore it. In the front end, it's like 50% of the time it's like that. Let's see if it works. Now let's do. You can also look inside of the GitHub in the README or inside.
She has to do npm install. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it can help. For everyone else, npm run start. If you run it, and see this, I will walk a little bit. The setup is kind of annoying, but that works. Just takes a while. It's nothing. It takes a minute to install, guys. So yeah.
I'm not sure if for the NPM install. So you're in NPM 6 and the latest versions I ordered my like version 64 when you're version install notes with the Moses. So no, I think it's this one. Sorry, this is
So if you get each error pop-up, just click OK.
So when it's running, you can go to the browser already and go to the URL you see.
It's kind of thing around.
This is the application itself. This is the application that mess around with okay, and so the user info is on the main page.
So you're on Node 60 and then so NPM would start and then I upgraded NPM to the base and that one does support 16.
Yes.
And now we switch back to 16 and it should work, I'm not sure.
So, it's also in the exercise themselves. Maybe
it doesn't make sense, but yeah.
When you open the admin page, you can use this test user credentials to log in. Same URL without admin. Then you see the page. Well, this is just an example that yeah, you can also read through. What is for this is for this is what is now. Yes, so this side, we don't think I did was at the ambient side. Maybe I even first I followed this one that is called so I'll just repeat the exact step. So that helps. Yeah. That's the different sides. Yeah, it's like after the step and the also damage just but I think you already have like the knowledge. Only for one so and then see I have so I can use simple so one all the versions and then
Let me post this maybe.
Okay.
Did you click on the localhost, HTTP localhost 3000?
Yeah, I will go over it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, everyone, attention. If it doesn't work, just kind of pay attention and we'll help you later on when we do the exercises. But by now you should have it up and running. So let me do it. So npm run start. Sometimes you do install libraries and it fails. The first thing that you should try, and that's maybe something to remember when you're on a project, sorry. A good way to alleviate that sometimes is to just delete the node modules folder and reinstall it again. It's stupid, but it helps most of the time. So the node modules is where all the libraries, the data, the scripts, the whatever is installed and located. Sometimes things go wrong. Frontend has a lot of bloat and a lot of scripts that different people make so that we can use these technologies. And often something goes wrong there, and it's just better idea to just delete it again. Takes a while, it's a lot of things, and install it again. It's annoying, but when I was prepping yesterday, I had to do it 3-4 times before it worked magically. So anyways, if it works successfully, you should be able to run npm run start, and it will start running like a server locally on your machine. I will give you more explanation. But if you control click on the link that you see here, control click or command click for the Mac users, it will open this in your browser. Everyone has it? Should look a little different. There should be a spelling error in your version. So yeah, my version is superior to yours. So we want to fix it. How would we fix it if this were our own page? So if we wrote HTML and we pasted the text inside of it and made it so that you enter and there's a break, how would you fix it, guys? If this was your own front end, if you made this.
You have to go to HTML.
You have to go to the HTML, open it. Yeah, pull request, or just really go to the HTML, fix the spelling error, and then upload it again on the server so that everyone can see your fix. That's where a content manager. So guys, can you help the people online?
Yeah, it's good. I'm following.
A content management system will make it a lot easier to update it. It's just kind of like a Word or something. It helps you do all of this without going into code. It's really made for people that don't like to do things in code, and where the front end, the pages that they give to their users is quite simple. Think articles, maybe blog posts are perfect for that. Why do you need to write code for blog posts? Content management systems are ideal for that. And honestly, nowadays, even web shops and stuff have different online tools where you can just really do a lot of things without running into code ever. Of course, there's a lot more flexibility and stuff you can do when you really have content that you made yourself. But yeah, there is a place in the IT market for that also. So it's really useful thing to know. All right, let's go. So you see in the terminal, you can see welcome back. To manage your project, go to the administration panel. Control click on that, or go into your browser and type next to the HTTP call, type /admin. Okay. You should be in a admin thing. You can log in by typing test user blah blah blah. You can also find it on the GitHub, by the way, the login. So test user at localhost.com, and the password is test user 1 with capital T. So let me just sorry guys, let me zoom in this. I'll put it in the chat also. Okay, is everyone logged in? Okay, let me open this myself. Okay, you can see different things here. This is actually a dashboard where you would look at documentation, example, tutorials. You can all do that on your own time. What's interesting for us is let's go into the content manager. Click on it. And you can see something that maybe looks familiar. My first blog post, second blog post, it's kind of the same as what we saw in on the website. Let me just open it. Second blog post, first blog post is exactly that, but it's nicely done on a list. You can see. The one we want to edit is the second one. You click on it, and you can see that you can edit a lot of stuff. Go ahead, click on it, and fix the spelling error. Once you've done that, you still have to publish it, so it's not instantly. I'll just do something myself. So publish means like save. You have to tell the server update my stuff. You can save it, and it still picks on top. Just save it. Go back to your thing, to your front end, and refresh. And now you should see that it's fixed. That's how simple it is with a CMS, sorry, content management system. That's all it takes. So you can see you have here a nice front end. Nice, I mean, there's not much to it, but you can do it if you want. We just edited the title. We didn't have to look at HTML or anything. So that's the force behind a CMS. You can also see that you can change the first name, last name, the content itself. That's what the body is. You can tell it to make it bold or something, and then save. And then you can see on my version, once you see this is bold now. You can do a lot of things. That's the essence of it. Okay, so that's it for the intro, I think. We can go ahead and look at the exercise. I don't know if there's specifically a lot of exercises in the intro. That's kind of it, guys, for the intro. That's the usefulness of the CMS. We won't linger too much on it.
Maybe also let them add a new blog post from scratch, so they can see the publish and unpublish.
Yeah. So we edited the blog post. Now I'll leave it up to you to add a new entry. So you can go ahead back in blog post, make a new blog post yourselves. And once that is done, we can continue. Okay. Sorry, I forgot about adding something also. Yeah, Yoshi, keep us in mind.
I was going to check.
Okay.
I was still open.
I will do it with you guys if you create an entry. Okay, once you've done that and you've saved, I just added one, but it didn't happen. Does anybody know why? I didn't publish. Yeah, you have to publish it still. And now it should be right here. Yeah, I know, but it's so annoying. I also remove it.
Yeah, we can maybe make it smaller.
On my screen it is gone, but I think it's maybe it's
Wait.
yeah, it's with
But you're sharing, right?
yeah, but
Wait, let's see.
Oh yeah, but she's
yeah.
At least I'll put it like this.
Yeah, that's good. We're moving Zoom. Okay, so that's it. You can also delete it. Yeah, there's a question. Yeah, go ahead.
We're all working on the same user. Why not the same call?
It's all local, so you're actually it's like your is its own server and all this build servers and then connect locally.
It's like a repository.
Whatever that blog post on your computer, it only affects your
Yeah.
server that you just.
If
No, it's not probably
does someone know if this were online and I would have published it, everyone would see it. Okay, so this is all locally, don't affect anyone else.
It's just like your repository. If you cloned it locally, you can work on it as long as it's not online. As long as you don't push it.
All right, I'll continue. If there's any problems, just ask the cavalry. Okay, I think maybe
One exercise or break.
a very small break maybe before the HTTP.
Yeah.
Just like half an hour.
All right.
All right, guys, we'll do the break before we explain the HTTP things.
Yeah.
That will be the most important thing, I think, of this course. But of course, the setup is annoying. Let's know this problem. After the break, the interesting stuff will start, I think, in my opinion. All right.
Dus gewoon beschermdeel. The green thing in the middle.
Okay. So I have to go somewhere.
No, that's mine.
It's not
You're
yours.
watching my
Okay.
You can just ignore the
Stream, share.
By the way, let's do it right now. Let's just kind of put it away. It's
Are we recording?
Yeah.
All right, that's good. So I heard last module you already did some fetches in the asynchronous course.
Yeah.
And have you ever heard of HTTP in that context? Or it was never really called HTTP?
I think very slightly.
Yeah. So actually what you were doing is doing HTTP requests. HTTP is the language that is spoken between clients and servers. So whenever you're doing npm run start, you're starting at the server, and then you can do requests to the server to get information, to change information. And let's go. Yeah, some things prepared on my laptop. Actually, I should have changed, but no. I'm just going to go to a reference. Where was the? Is it this one? I think it is this one. If you follow this link in the information of the GitHub, you can find a whole reference page on what is possible to use in HTTP requests. And here are some examples. So you can do a GET request. That's what you have been doing in the asynchronous course, I think. You want to get information from the server. You can post new information. You can get one entry instead of a list of entries. You can update information. So we'll go more into depth into the other options, and you can delete some information. But first, the first block of exercise, it will all be GET requests, and you will have to play with parameters at the end of this GET request to get some results that you want. So let's just dive in immediately. Does everyone have Postman installed? Do you have it opened? You can open it on your computer. Then we will stop this what we were running the previous exercise. So this blog website, you can stop it. So go to terminal, you type Ctrl+C, and then we will stop running. I don't know if you see this properly. Yeah. Can we?
It will turn off.
We'll also put the light on. F1. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Did everyone succeed in stopping the previous server? Okay. Then we can cd a bit a few directories up. So we put .. /.. Then we are back in the main directory.
By the way, LS is to look at the folders that are in the current.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a habit of it's an OCD of mine. When I arrive in the folder, I always do LS. Yeah. So now we can try to CD to change directory into HTTP calls, and then web shop example. That's the new website we will be running. Just like we were running a blog website, we will now have a web shop. So we enter, we arrive in the directory of the web shop, and then we do the same steps as before. We do an npm install. You did it already?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine will be very fast, but yours will take some time because Yassine already installed it before.
npm install.
So one npm.
Yeah, it seems like I also have a Windows laptop, it's over here, and I also had some problems with installing because of I'm guessing Yoshi it has a Mac or Linux recipe. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Probably Linux. We asked them also to do Linux when they start to have subsystem. When they start with the class to have subsystem of Linux.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe you can try to set it up with them because it's not so easy also to get to do it for the first time. I think to set up Linux. I don't know.
Yeah, there is a pre-course before they start. The pre-course we basically focus on those kind of things.
Okay, cool.
So.
Yeah. Is the install finished with some of you? Still going? Okay. Is it necessary to be this big so that we can see it? Can be a bit smaller.
A bit
That's
down, a little bit.
Sorry?
A little bit smaller.
I don't know. Yassine, is dat nog goed leesbaar van achter als ik dat een beetje kleiner zet?
Een beetje kleiner. It's too much, isn't it?
For me on this screen, it's not.
You don't see anything, right?
It's not.
Yeah, that's.
This
good.
might be too small.
No, that's good.
That's good. Right.
That's good.
Because I was getting a bit of a headache. This is okay.
And if you work in
Yeah, we have to go to details. Exercises.
It's not good. It's just. It's not Node.js, it's the packages inside. So if you open the package, it's actual HTML. So here you have the dependencies.
Is it working?
Right.
Merva.
Are the node packages installed? Are they installed with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just like before, you can start up the website in the same manner. We now in the exercise it says to use npm run develop instead of start. So yeah, you can. I don't know where it is written, but you can run npm run develop from the webshop example folder. Okay, and now you have the exact same URLs as before, but not. Okay, that's good. Good that you. I'll also start up. I'll already start. Show this. This is weird. It's the same user as before. Yeah. Goes a bit slow for you. Oh, did you stop your server? Did it say the port 1337 is still running? So thank you. So you have another here? No.
The word Marwa.
Yes, again, I go to the same.
Problem?
I go to the same link after.
Yeah, you can go to exactly the same link, localhost, and then port 1337. That's the default. And once you're seeing the website and you can go to the admin page, you can tell me and then I can go on with the explanation. Dus misschien kun jij dat zoiets zeggen als de meesten dat zijn.
Ja.
It's I think I might attach my laptop because Yasin cannot see the pictures for some reason. I don't
Okay.
know why.
First pose the share.
Yeah, indeed. Stop sharing.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go to, yeah, we will need to we will use it, or at least we will you can go look in it. Maybe we won't even use it. Second. Wait. Now I will take my mouse. This might need to go a bit larger, I don't know.
Just yeah. Yeah.
Voila. Should I join audio?
No, it's
okay,
sharing
it's,
here, so
right,
it's fine.
it's good. Yeah, because you don't have the pictures, I will switch
Yeah,
my
just-
laptop
Okay, cool.
so that I can show this thing here.
Okay. All okay, guys?
Yeah, we're there.
For the people who are, wait, this group will just.
Actually, I just switched to my laptop because this way, for some reason, on Yasin's laptop, we cannot see this picture.
There are other people that also have it. I would
Yeah,
say
yeah.
If you don't have pictures, just imagine pictures.
And now I don't remember if I can run it immediately. Maybe it will work because I started from the beginning again. Yeah, it looks good. So what you should be seeing is this. It's a website that Yoshi wrote for a web store. So you can buy some books you can buy some computers, you can buy some games. And now the way we will manage the content of this website, oh yeah, maybe I should keep this open, is again through the admin page here in Strapi. We have some products which are all of the computers, the books, the games. We have some discounts, but for this I show you the model. And so this is where all the content is managed. The model we're using here, let's see if I can put it up. Yeah, like this. So the main entity is the product. Then each category can contain multiple products, but every product can only have one category, as you see here. Have you ever seen this kind of setup like you will now? No? Okay. Sorry? Yeah, indeed. So it's a one-to-many relationship between category and products. Then every product can have 0 or 1 discounts. In our examples, we have a small discount, a medium discount, a large discount. And then, so yeah, a discount can be associated many products to one discount. So we can also see all of these represented in the management system itself. If we go to content type builder, and we go to products, now we see all of these fields going back with the type that they're in, and also a relation with the category and a relation with the discounts. They're all described here before we start the session. They're all already here. Now, what we will be doing, we're running this web shop store, and instead of using a nice UI, here there's a JavaScript. There's being made JavaScript calls to the web store. We will take a step back and use Postman. This is a way to do HTTP requests and then see the response like this. The response that the computer sees between the parentheses, and that is interpreted and nicely shown here. We will now look at the actual JSON response that is given back by the server. So I'll go back to the exercises. I'll just headless-CMS. Yeah, sorry, because I'm on a new laptop, I have to exercises. So these first and second exercises, they will all be GET requests. We will just be retrieving information from the server. And then the third one here, we will be modifying. We'll be maybe adding some books or updating a book and giving it a new title, or maybe deleting some. But so the first two are always just getting information, fetching, which you did before, fetching information from the server. We'll do, yeah, we can do the first one together. So the convention is, if you want to get some information from the server, you first specify I want this to be a GET HTTP request, and then you specify the collection name. For example, if you want to show all categories, can anyone imagine what the request would look like? So we specify the protocol, HTTP. We say where to get it on our local host, which port. This is exactly what you wrote in the browser. Then we say API, and then we write if we want to. So the question is show all categories, and we use this.
We have API, so we have API already post.
Yeah, API we have already written, and then we need the collection name to get to categories. What do you think it would be? It will be, yeah, it's categories indeed. It's very simple. So we do GET request, we click send, and then we will see the response. We see here we have 3 categories. So we have ID3 is the last one here. We have games, we have computers, and we have books. And yeah, we have some description of this category, and the data was created and updated. And then can you imagine next exercise? What if we want to show all products? Then we change categories by products. Yes. We send. And now we see, yeah, this will be a longer list, of course. Now we see all of the products that are in our CMS backend. And then I'll do one more with you, and then the rest you can always try to read the explanation because it's always well explained here. And then try to do the exercise, and we'll help you throughout. So one more is what if we want, because now we're seeing a lot of products, we only want to see monopoly. What would we do in that case, you think? If you, yeah, indeed. So as it's explained here, you can use this construct. So API collection name, which is products or categories, and then you say the ID, which is in this case it's 7. So you put /7, you hit send, and the response is only the product monopoly. Okay. Yeah, I think that's enough as an introduction. We can dive in. Are we putting together groups or something like that?
Small groups, I think.
Yeah. I think you can two groups.
Yeah, 2 by 2. 2, 6, 2, 4, 6,
Oh,
8.
You mean two
2 by
groups of
2.
2?
Yeah, 2 by 2.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what 2 by 2 means.
Yeah, at least try to do the examples yourself. Make sure you do the practice, and then start with your neighbor if you have neighbors.
I will pause.
All right. Kenneth, have you finished Populate 2? All right, perfect. Okay. Yeah, so I can go over it quickly again, but I think everybody is grasping the concepts. We can do basic retrievals of collections of single items. We can, within these items, we can select fields. We can sort on those fields however we want. We can filter certain fields to contain some text to be higher than a certain number. And then if there's relationships between our entities, or what is the name of the thing, then we can also populate. So populate product with categories, populate categories with products, however it's possible based on the relationship they have. And now we will do similar things as we did now, but we will change the way we access the API. Now we have been using Postman. We choose the option. We type in the query and we hit send. We will now be doing this from our study environment, but I think I still have to go there. Is it here?
Yeah. So guys, follow this because
yeah. So now it's best to follow, because now we will be doing the same thing but from JavaScript. So you see here, it's a lot of blabber, of course. It's a bit less easy to read than Postman, but you see that we're constructing a path here, and we're adding a query here, which we are constructing here. So the way we are setting this up is a bit different. We're doing it from code, but the concept of the HTTP requests, it remains the same. We'll just be doing it for code now. So when you go to the HTTP calls, you should keep your server running, and if you can, open a new terminal in Visual Studio Code. So you click plus here, and my mouse is over there on the right. And then you go to the HTTP calls directory, to the main, not in the exercises, but one above. If you see there, yeah, headless-cms-chapter calls. And I've heard you have been using study in previous, studyless in previous. So now you can use study in this directory. to start up this program. To look at this, I'm not going to do this in I'm going to do it in Chrome. Sorry for this mess. Okay, so now we see our exercise environment, and we can go to complex queries, which is the second part of our exercises. And we can go to the first one, the intro.js, which is not an exercise yet, but it's an example of what we want to achieve. First of all, as you see on the top, make sure the webshop example is still running. So that's why we opened a new terminal. We are running our server with our webshop data, and now we will be accessing it from this environment. But it needs to be running, otherwise we don't have a backend to query. Has everyone been able to start up study? No? Study is something you used, but I think, Kenneth, can you come here? Oh yeah, it's okay, because I didn't see confirmation. Because you didn't say yes, I thought you. Okay. Do I have to speak slower or more clear?
Yeah, just to be safe, guys, in the chat, there's the global installer.
They're starting up studying, but some of them doesn't work.
I think global, is it installed globally? Omar, it's working? Please?
Trying to understand exercise. Trying to understand
Yeah.
exercise.
Well, the first one is not an exercise yet; it's an example.
Yeah, example.
Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, but just so you know, there's nothing to fill in.
Yeah.
Starting from the second one, we'll do exercise.
Is it cold or am I the one?
I'm not cold at the moment.
Just kidding, but just ignore it.
Nervous, Daniel, it's working?
Yeah, they're waiting.
Okay.
Is there a list of names from the class? Because in the Slack entry, there's
I'll share.
a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Or is there a more confined Slack group of just this group?
Yeah.
Class one or something?
On not on Slack, but
Okay.
I'll post this.
What we are seeing in the study environment is a script. It's example 1, with which contains a query here. And similarly, as we did it in posts, but instead of in Postman, I mean, but instead of writing it like this and then adding a query of sort, we do it in code now. For example, here we sort on price ascendingly. We filter, so we only want the price fields to be lower than 40, greater than or equal to 15. And then we only want to see the name and the price indeed. So this is an example. And we can see some logging here. If we open DevTools, I'm guessing this is meant to be run with DevTools. So if you press F12, you can see the console here. And then if we run, we can see, first of all, the query string we are sending. So our library QoS is doing this for us because we just have to take the object. It makes this query string based on what we input in the script, and then this is our result. Name of the widget is a name, and then the price. The name and the price, the name and the price for all the books which have a price between 15 and 40. Any questions with that?
How do you know that fields should be an array with 2 strings and not with 2 keys or something? You know what I mean? Because I can't see it that filters also being an array that's containing those 2 values.
Yeah, it's a good question. I'm guessing, I don't know if it's in the exercises, if there's a reference to a QoS API or usage. I don't know if it's in there. I'll go look. I don't know that there's no README, right? There's no README. I'll see.
The documentation of Strapi includes QoS examples.
Yoshi is talking, but he's very quiet.
Maybe you should open your.
What can I do?
Your mic. You're in mute.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? The Strapi documentation contains QoS examples as well. So you can just read the Strapi API documentation if you want to see how it works.
Okay, so I go back. What's happening? Okay, all right. So let's go back to this Strapi. This is what you're talking about, right? Is this what you're talking about, Yoshi? Because I didn't follow much of what you said. It was
yes, indeed. If you click on it, the examples are using QoS.
Okay, okay. So you mean here, for example? Here? Okay. Okay, so yeah, basically you have to do it based on these examples online then, and the description.
Above,
and
then the first sentence of the tip, there's a QoS and then the external one, and that's documentation of QoS.
Yeah, but the question was how can we know which format to use? And I guess based on this example, you already know a lot. Sorting is done in an array with a string inside. Filtering is an object. So I'm guessing that's a yeah. Yeah, indeed. It's always specified somewhere. Hopefully, if it's an unknown, not well-maintained library, sometimes it will not be. But if you use normal frameworks that are used by many people, then normally there you will find the information about it online. Okay. So we opened DevTools to see the console output, and we have this little script. now I'd like to go back here, and we can do the first exercise, all names. Again, we have a script. The method is being called. We have some console logs of the query string, but there are some things missing. It's annoying that I have this zoom. Can I change this zoom window to be somewhere else?
Yeah, you can put it there.
Okay, where can I? Okay, perfect. That's good. Well, because I like to see my tabs. I'm going to, for a moment, set this one next to it, like this. And I'll. So here we have for reference. This was the somewhat complex query that Yoshi put up as an example, and the actual fetch. So does anyone have an idea what to fill in? We want simply to have all names from the products, I'm guessing. Okay, right. Where's the name? All right. You said something? Yeah. So fields, and we want name. Okay. We want name of all products, and then anyone? What do you want to populate?
All of them.
Okay, so actually getting all products is by default. If you just say the path API products, then you will get all products by default. So populate would be if you want to get a relation of products and get it also. But now we still are missing some things. First of all products, we're not getting them yet. We're getting the name of nothing, and we're not sorting alphabetically yet. Does anyone know how to get all products? Where? You can say lines if you see the lines over there. You can say which line of code. Yeah, I'll try to. It is not working yet. Okay, is this better? Okay. We're supposed to use sort, that's true. You want to edit already? Here? Sort, and then? Yeah, so we want to sort on name, I think. Name, and we want to sort alphabetically. So we don't have to put it. I think it will be by default, but we can set it explicitly like this. So now we're taking name, the field name, we're sorting on it alphabetically, but we're still missing a big part, which is we're not getting the products yet. Yes, that's true.
URL should be the HTTP local API.
Yeah. And do you know what he's talking about? Yeah. So what should I do? 19. Yeah, indeed. Exactly. There's a variable here, but I'll just do it exactly as it is in the exercise here. So we want to take the base endpoint of our app, and then we want to take the collection products, because this will give us all the products that we have. And now we have this query, which will which was not that's a habit to save my files after making a change. But now I see that Yoshi prepared this very well, and he has this base URL variable, so we'll use it. So products base URL. So what we're doing now is a little bit different than in the example. We're also inputting the start of the URL in a variable. So we're assigning it to base URL, and we're setting it in this fetch string. Then do we want to have a decent output? Maybe we want. Right. I don't know if we want to this. Yeah, indeed. You can console log the whole thing, maybe. Let's see what this which result this gives. We run. We see a response just like we saw in Postman, which is a JSON object with data and metadata. And then in the data section, we have all our products, 11 products. For these products, we are only seeing the name, which is what we wanted. And then they are sorted on this name. So we'll see it's D, J, L, and so on. So that's basically what we'll be doing now. The same exercise as before, but we're doing it from code. You can go ahead and we'll see how difficult it is. You want me to do breakout room, or is it okay?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well, different ways of accessing the data in our websites. We can the first two is what we have been doing up until now: getting products, getting categories, getting one product, getting it sorted by price and these kind of things. But sometimes we want to have on our website, we want people to add a product, for example, or we want to change the price on the product. We want to delete the product, and then we can do with other types of HTTP calls. So we can, for example, do a post if we want to create a product. We can do a put if we want to update a product, and we can do a delete if we want to delete a product. Yeah, this is just a bit more explanation, but I'm guessing that in the exercises we will. Okay, so we'll start with the first exercise already. And let's put it here. Okay. So this is in the third part of the exercises. We're starting with the first exercise there. We'll see where we get today, but we will for sure not finish them. And yeah, you can just ping us to when you try to finish them on your own. You can ping us about the answers, because next session we will have to move on to next topics like model building. So this exercise, we want to update. I'll highlight most important part. We want to update the name of a product with a certain ID. So here in our methods, we have product ID, which is a variable. We can use this method with any product ID we want, and we give the new name that we want to give to this product. So I'll just go to the web store. Maybe there's already some. Yeah. So for example, we have one product with type 15, which is this laptop here, Dell XPS 15. This has ID 15 also in our data model. No, I'm saying wrong things here. Let's see which one this is. 15. Anyone see what's going wrong? I don't know. Do you see?
Not found.
I think there's only 11 products. There's only 11.
What's the function of punch? What parameters of the function in JavaScript?
Yeah, but there's just for some reason in the exercise there it says ID 15, but there's only 11 products. So let's use another one here. For example, 7. Let's see what it is. Now we can use this as an example. So this is the game Monopoly, and we'll try to give it a different name using this update product name methods. And the game Monopoly is going to be called Del XPS afterwards. What should we fill in here? Can anyone help me? There's a path to fill in, a body to fill in, a method to fill in. So what would you want to do if you want to update the name of the product with this ID? Products. Oh, but there's also already. Yeah. Here it should be. And then I'm not really getting this. Yeah, but we want also the ID, right? So we have to use this one. And then like this. And then in the body, yeah, go ahead.
I think the path is.
So first of all, we'll fill in this one, the methods.
Little bit 14 bullets.
Yes, that's true. We will use put because anyway, when we want to update data, we use the put methods. With oh.
And why not post? Post is for a new one. As for the yeah, create a new one. But because you want to update.
Yeah.
Can one understand the difference between officially it should also be batch. Batch is also, let's just keep it.
Okay, so now we are accessing the product with ID that we gave.
I think we want, I think the path is product slash and the body is $sign product ID. And then we want to add it. What we want to do with that.
Yeah. So the body, this method, it's used here because before we were doing everything in the request, well, in the URL itself, but now we're actually doing a put and in the body, in another place of this request, actually, we're
new name.
New name.
Number 10 it will be new name.
Yes. We can try it.
Might be a good idea to take a look at the link that's in the comments above on how to do a put.
All right. Good idea. All right. So here in the documentation, you can see how to do put.
In this example, date update the entry by ID.
Why do we need to font? We can just in line 17, we can just say bring by body.
I don't
Yeah,
understand your
to
question.
specify
Yeah,
the
so
way it works. But you are right, you just complete the new name inside JSON stringify without declaring.
Yeah.
Yeah, the inboxing.
Yeah.
For example, if you want here, we want the product ID, maybe we want to change the price of the product.
yeah,
So
so
we want here to put $sign price.
It-
In number 9, line number 9.
We're just making components,
Yeah.
just to,
Just we go step by step, but it's
Yeah.
same. You can do that way also.
yeah.
I'm not following. But,
Oh, no. He asks, why are we declaring again the new name over there, a body? And we're
yeah.
putting it over there?
Yeah, because it's good, because we are giving it here. Right?
No, I think he's trying to say that we have a parameter new name.
Mhm.
We can just put it inside the JSON script file.
Yeah, but that solution was wrong. It should not be body equals a new name. We should do it in this format. So what we did all right is this part. We have put is here. We have our URL is here, and then our path is here. So we have products, and then with the ID, which we are filling in here. But the body, which should look like this, we still have to do, because we have to say to the endpoint, to the put endpoint, which property do we want to update and which new value will it get. And so the way we can do it is to make a little object, such as here. I've copied it. And then I'll make it a bit more simple. So instead of title, what do we want to update? We want to update the name. And what is the new value for this name? Exactly. And now, well, it's a habit of always doing Control S when I'm writing code, so it's annoying. That's in the browser now. But so now this is a JavaScript object, but because we have the JSON stringify here, it would be correctly converted into the body of our message. Now I will put it bigger. Visual Code. But this,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
On line 21, on the right side. You can have an example of how to do data double point and the name.
Oh, yeah. All right. And then if we run, but now I'm going to wait. See if it gives any. Yeah, we're not printing anything. No. Now we can just go see in our web store if it did anything. So we should go to games, and we have here a game which is called Dell XPS 15-inch i5. So this means that our call did its job. It's a bit weird to have this, of course. So we can just change it back to the monopoly here if we want.
Maybe we can also show them how they can see if the call is successful in the network stack.
Okay, that's good. Oops. Again. Okay, here.
We showed the network stack or something that
yeah.
Look at because now
so now we can, we just updated monopoly to be Dell XPS blah blah, and now I updated this variable here so that it would change back the product with the ID 7 to monopoly. And if we run it, we'll see in the network step here, we'll see one call. When we open it, we see it's a put request to ID 7, and in the body we can see that we want the name to be monopoly, and the fact that that's 200 here, the status means it was successful. The server has changed it, and they report to us back it's successful. The name has been changed, and actually, indeed, if we go to the page here, if we refresh, it's changed back to the monopoly.
What happens? Show them maybe if you do it on 15. What happens?
What do you mean?
Okay.
Right. That's a good idea. So we have 11 products with IDs 0 to 10 in our database. If we try to run it with ID 15, what we will say? We will say for not found, there's no product with ID 15, and then based on this you can take different steps based on what you want to do with your program. So there's 6 exercises left here, and some of them will use puts, post, delete. You will, depending on the situation, you can use a different HTTP method. I suggest you try to do that. Actually, I don't know how long we have.
We have 15 minutes.
Right.
Maybe you can show them to create.
Just
the
show.
same-
Okay.
the same way.
So it's okay if I just show you one more and then you don't. Okay. All right. I'll do that. Well, it's not really showing. They have done everything. The exercise asks us to create a new category. At the moment, we have books, we have games, and we have laptops, I think, yeah. And we'd like to have a new category, demo category, with some description. So we can actually do something similar as before, where you just tell me what the path is, what the body should be that we put in here, and what the method is that we're using. We're creating a new category. What do you think? All right. That's not a problem. Try to, where is the reference again? Yeah, try to go to GitHub to the exercises in the 3rd folder, and there's a lot of information there.
There is also a strapping reference on top. You can follow, create an entry.
Yeah, and you can use this one too.
Did you find something for the book?
We write name ID.
It's possible to configure it.
Happens there.
I'll tell you.
This is what is filled in here, right?
Yeah. Are we creating name and description, or are we?
We're creating a full category. Sorry?
Yeah, post
Method is post, that's true, because we're creating something new.
So in the body, we create object with name and description.
Yeah, let's see what it looks like, because we don't want to type all of it.
The path will be category.
Should we?
Category and then.
Yes. Categories.
Slash the dollar sign.
And why is that?
So we want to create.
Well, if I go look here, this is the example that you can access on this URL on top. And if I go to look here, it says posts and the base URL and then the collection without anything else. Now restaurants for us is categories, but it's not required to put anything else, because actually this name is what we want to use in the body, and that's what Ömer has been saying, I think. So I'll just paste this again for reference. And then we only have two fields, which are name and description. I'll show you where I get this from. So if you go to our admin page, and we have the type category, we see we have two things, name and description, and we also have a relation with products. But in our exercise, nothing is said about products containing to this category yet, so we're just creating an unlinked category, let's say. So we have name and description here, and we have to provide it when creating a new entry, because otherwise the endpoint is not going to be happy. So we put name here, we put description here, and this might be good to go. Console log. Well, I can do the network first so we can see if it's successful. We can see it's 200 results, so it should be successful. Let's go see. I think it will not be shown. It's shown. Okay, that's good. So we see there's an empty category with description we wanted. And if we do this call again, then there will be another category with the same name and same description, and we can keep doing this however we want. In real life, this will have a different name, of course, but you can see every post request will have the result of creating an entry. Yeah. Here, you mean? Oh yeah, okay. So what he's saying is often you will create an entry like a category, and then you want the code to do something with this entry, but for to do this, for example, you need the ID. You don't know it when you're sending it to the server. You don't know which ID you will get. So in the response of the post request, you can find this information. You can find. Here we can. Wait a second. This is returning, right? Yeah.
I will say the response.json, the line 24.
Yeah, and this is returned here. Yeah, yeah. So this will be logged now to the console, and it will now have.
This will be a promise because it's an async.
Wait.
And you cannot await in outside of functions.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. So is it method? Yeah. Here, that's true. And now I don't have to save.
You can only use .json once. You should store the .json.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But as you see, we've been adding a lot of categories, and now this one we have 5 already, I think, which I call demo category. But okay, I think. What do you have questions about this? No. Yeah. Do you prefer? I think it's good if they try to do one by themselves.
We don't have time. Practice on the week.
Okay, that's also fine.
Maybe we can next time we'll start with a couple of examples, maybe exercise that you had troubles with. Ask them online, and if not, next week we'll maybe start with. You have a project for this week?
Just exercise. Try to go to add extra parameters on your post or on your get and see what you get back with them, you know? Or to post something extra with it on the local post. Just practice, do extra exercises, explore. You guys are good at exploring.
It's cool stuff to kind of tinker around with, try some stuff.
Yeah,
I would say use the opportunity. You don't have anything for this week that you have to do. So
exactly. And it's not a hard coded thing, it's just game. So enjoy.
Yeah.
I will stop.